Hello and welcome to Montana's Peer Network. Today we are talking about one of our workbooks called Recovery by the Week. Lee and I want to visit with you about this great recovery tool.
Yes, I'm excited to share the news. It has been up for sale since before I got with NPN.
Mhm.
I've actually used it in my own life, and now we get to share it with others that we work with.
Yeah,
But yeah,
yeah, it's exciting. So it's called Recovery by the Week, 52 Recovery Worksheets, okay, by Montana's Peer Network. And what it is, I don't know if you're going to be able to see this, but it's literally each page is a different worksheet, okay, and there's different topics. So let's see, I'll pull up the table of contents here. There's creating a recovery toolbox, hope, courage, strength, natural supports. I'm grateful for personal responsibility, and they're worksheets meant to be done one per week. And so um, this is something that we all pitched in on, we all worked on over time, and we're super excited about this. It's always neat. We were just laughing about seeing your stuff, seeing the cover posted up. And the other thing to say about this too is this cool cover image was done by one of our members. So she
mm,
did this image. We put out a call for um, members who wanted to submit something. We told them we were putting together this recovery workbook, and she submitted this awesome cover. Michaela Lewis is her name. Um, and yeah, it's exciting. So, Leah, I know you used this book in a very specific way. Do you want to talk about that?
sure. So, yeah, we used it. So when I got with NPN, I got to use it for the first 3, 4 months with our clinical supervisor. We would talk about it in group. We just week by week go through it. And I tell you what, it really brought up subjects that allowed me and my coworkers to get to know each other a lot better. And also, it's an easy way to kind of get to know one another and talk about some hard topics or, talk about our hobbies. And really, it's a piece of self care that is very crucial and vital in just a person's life, but also those that are doing this work.
Yeah, that's great. So you used it like in a professional sense, growing at work in your workplace as a peer support specialist. Yeah, I mean, you could do this as a peer supporter. You could go through this with a peer, with a person that you're working with, and they could fill it out, and you could fill it out, and then you could go over it together. Um, I think that it's really versatile. It's something that you could order, and we'll put the link down below how to order this off our website. It's something you could do on your own too. You don't have to be with another person. You could just work your way through it. I'm looking at um, week number 36. So this one is on joy. When was the last time you went to the park and just sat on a swing, rode down the slide, or flew a kite? For most of us, it's been a long time. Play is a healthy activity. Once we're adults, we often take time for certain things that are serious. We forget to play. So this week, we are going to ask you to find childlike activities where you will experience joy. And then there's questions for you to fill out based on your experience. And so that's one little excerpt out of the book. And that's what this is all about. Self-advocacy, week 24, personal responsibility, week 20, education, week 12. So you're just going to take one workshop or one worksheet a week and go through this. Because, it's hard in recovery. Sometimes I know for myself, it's like maybe I was going to therapy, I was going to groups, I was doing these things, but journaling or writing, and sometimes you need little prompts to remind yourself, or there might be aspects of recovery that you're not thinking about. And that's part of why we designed this book in the first place.
Yeah, that's something I was always wondering and wanted to ask, like, how did you come up with that idea of this book?
Yeah, so a number of years ago, myself and a couple of the peer supporters who were working for us at the time, we started developing worksheets for the peers we were working with. And we each had maybe 3 or 4 different worksheets that we had developed on our own. We just typed them out in Word, and then we were working with people. And we were talking about one day, and it was like, well, what if we put them all together and made one book? So when we put them all together, I can't remember how many we had. We had a dozen or 15 or something like that. And then we began sharing them, but then you run out of worksheets, right? Like after a couple of months, you run out of worksheets. So it's like, oh, we need more worksheets. And it was through that process that we started developing additional ones, like really mindfully focused and trying to develop additional ones. And I think we got about 3/4 of the way to the 52. We didn't know in the beginning we are going to do 52. So I think we had like 40 maybe worksheets total. And once we laid them all out, I remember being in the conference room and we laid them all out and we're looking at them. And then it was like, well, what if we put all these into a book? Yeah, let's do that. And then we put them in a book. And then it was like, okay, well, if you did one of these every day, every month, every week, let's do one every week. And so then it dawned on us, oh, if we were to finish this off and do another 10 or 12, I can't remember exactly the number we were at, we could actually have a year's worth of worksheets. Then we were off and running, right? Then we started really jumping in and looking at the worksheets and trying to critique them and make them the best we could, and then think about the order of them. And then we got busy at NPN.
Mm.
And literally this draft, the final draft of this sat for a couple of years, and we didn't publish it. And those staff members left the organization, they moved on in their lives, and the book continued to sit there. And we have other books like Healthy Minds, Healthy Bodies workbook. And in handing that out in peer support training, it reminded me, oh, we have this other book that we never published. Like, we wrote this thing. And so then we went back, and then by then Andy was with us. And so it was like, okay, Andy, take a look. What do you think? And so we put this together and the worksheets. And then Andy said, well, what if we asked our members, about designing a cover for it, something that's, colorful. And so that was great. That was kind of the finishing touch. Yeah, and so it's just great. And they're available on our website, Recovery by the Week. You want to order those for yourself or maybe a family member, or if you're a peer supporter, maybe you're going to work on it with your supervisor like Leah did, but they are available. And the money goes to a good cause. We're a nonprofit and it helps sustain our organization, and you get this great tool.
Yep, a tool that you can forever have,
Absolutely.
and share.
Yeah. So go get yourself a whole stack of these. And the holidays are coming. So, you could hand them out to all the other people, you could give them as gifts. Good stocking stuffers too. They roll up, they could fit inside your Christmas stocking, Recovery by the Week. Check it out on our website.
Best gift you can give is some self-care.
There you go. There you go.
Have a good week.